A quick review of Age of Extinction Voyager class Dinobot Slog. He comes in Wave 3 of the AOE Voyagers. The case assortment he comes in consists of one Slog, one Helicopter Drift, which is a remold of Dark of the Moon Skyhammer, one Evasion Mode Optimus, and one Grimlock. So, I do call this guy Slog, but some of you might be in the habit already of calling him Sludge. But the team just feels like a different team than the G1 Dinobots. And 3 of the dinosaurs that were in the G1 team have different names, plus there are 2 new names to add to the list. So I find myself thinking of them all as different characters. Slog, however, unlike the others, does have the same main color with his G1 self. As for the box, well, you can see the box for yourself. There's the box. And as for the back, here's the bio. If you want to read this, you can pause here, but it basically says he's stupid, he's big, and he's strong. Changes in 18 steps. And here's his wavemate Drift. Now, I'm going to crack it open. The toy is packed in robot mode, but the instructions begin in dino mode, so a little hard to follow the first time through. Okay, so the colors on Slog here. So you can see he's gray, but he's a lot darker gray than the, for example, Transformer Prime Megatron was. A lot less dull looking, more shine to it, more metallic looking. Bright silver you get on the arms here, and his Autobot symbols are here and here, and that's all. His mask also has some bright silver on it and the nice teal visor on here. No light piping, but it's nice and bright, shows up well. Red in the chest, red here on hard plastic with a fade to it. Red hard plastic. These gun turret things are fixed. They don't swivel independently. This red is on soft plastic. I worry about that coming off. This red is on hard plastic and it has clips that clip into this one. I worry about that paint chipping off of these clips as well. Silver on the dino head with teal eyes as well. He's very well articulated. Ball-jointed head. He can look way up. He can look down. When he looks to the side, though, he can't look down as far. His kind of jowl piece gets in the way there. Okay, his shoulders swivel, tilt. This piece is on a separate hinge, so it can stay up when his arm's down. Swivel bicep, elbow. His hands only do this. So he does have the kind of curler arm action. And his arms have this. I'm not sure why that happens. His hands also, for Dino Mode posability, have this, which is cool. Underneath is a nice shiny silver. It folds out like that. Kind of hides the hand a little bit though. Best to leave that up. But this piece, when it comes out like this, I don't know why it does this. And it makes it so you can see right up through. So I leave that in also. Waist, hinge. Cod piece can move up and down to get out of the way mostly of the legs. Swivel, hinge. These pieces are connected to the legs, so when you move the hip, the belt kind of goes with it. Top of the leg swivels. Knee, nice and strong. Forward. Backward. The foot, because it hides away up inside the leg, can move like that. And also tilt forward pretty good. The dino head. The dino head sits on his back. Oh, he kind of came apart here. There we go. It sits on his back in about that far. You can get it in about that far. This is all soft rubber here. and you can tuck that up in. As for weapons, he comes with 2 lance-style weapons like this, and 2 gun-style shoulder-mounted weapons like this. Now the lance-style weapons, this piece can fold up to become the hilt when he holds it in his hand, like so. They have 2 5mm holes on here, so you can plug other things in it, such as the other gun. And it can become like a gun lance kind of thing, if you like. Now, one thing to note here is that the hilt on the black weapon, this side is filled in, and this side is the hollowed out side of the mold. So I keep this one on the right side, especially when I put it on his back, like so. These plug into his back, like this, and they can become over the shoulder kind of weapons as well. And of course, this one can also go on this side. Also, what I've done before here is I've taken this one, I've unfolded it, and I put it into one of these 5mm holes. Let's put it in the top one this time. And fold this around so he's got like a double lance on one shoulder, which looks pretty boss. For a quick size comparison, let's bring in Voyager Grimlock. So you can see he's a lot brawnier than Grimlock is, a lot more bulk to him, but he stands maybe half a head shorter, something like that. Let's see if we can get the whole team in here. Okay, we got Slog and Grimlock, and we got Slash here. Okay, let's bring in Slug and Scorn and Strafe with his big wings. We'll put him right up front. Cool. For some further size comparison, let's put in some Voyagers that, well, many people have some version of this mold. Here's Hotspot. He stands about a head shorter than him. And here's Rhinox, and he's a little bit taller than Rhinox is. Let's put him in with some of his G1 buddies, although I don't consider him G1. Hot Rod, Cup, and no collection is complete without a wheelie. How about with his creator, his G1 creator, Wheeljack. Okay, I've taken the weapons off to get ready for transformation. First thing, let's take this dino head and flip it up like this. We want to get the chest out of the way so we can flip this onto what will be the dinosaur back. We flip these out, move the shoulders out, and then the chest splits and rotates open like that. On the back, you can see that there's these double prong clip and a single one here. Those will slot into each other. We need to move this black piece out of the way. There, that slots together, opens the chest more, and allows space for this to sit down in there. Now, these shoulders become the front shoulders of the dinosaur. The arms are simple. You basically position them, put that hand up there, the hand, back of the hand becomes the heel, and done. Now this, for the same as in robot mode, it opens like this. I'm still not sure why. But the toe tilts down like that for more posability. And let's position this one too. Get that hand, just flip that hand up in. Great. This piece here, it's soft rubber. You got to fold it down with the head because the hinge here is nice and everything's nice and stiff. But this, there's no clip on it. So it tucks away in here like that. Okay, well, the dino head's done. The front of the dino is basically done. Okay, let's get on with transforming the robot legs into the back of the dinosaur. First, unclip the knee, and that'll allow you to unwrap the leg. What's going to happen here is the robot foot is going to tuck away. It's going to tuck away where the dinosaur foot is hiding away. There we go. You can see the dinosaur foot comes out, robot foot tucks away. The knee becomes the back of the leg, and this wraps up around. Now the tail, you'll see that the tail's on the front of the leg, so we need to rotate the hip piece here around and bring the tail to the back. That puts your foot backwards. You just rotate it around at the hip. So all that leg piece is going to come up and form the belly and the back of the dinosaur. Okay, after we get it all clipped together. Let's do the other side first. Tail. Bring that tail around to the back. Like this. We'll clip those two sides of the tail together in a minute. First, let's undo the knee, which allows us to unwrap the leg. This soft rubber plastic allows you to twist things around and get things squeezed around one another. There's hard plastic on this side and this side again. We'll tuck that foot up inside as we reveal the dinosaur foot this way to the front of the dinosaur foot. Flip this around, the foot up in the right place, wrap it around the foot, and we will slog it in there to become the belly section. And you can see things are not together. So now it's a matter of tucking the feet in and the belly section in and clipping everything together from this point. You can see how it's going to go from this point. So these red pieces up here, wrap them up around and they clip into one another here like this. Now they're painted plastic, so again I worry about the paint on the clips chipping off eventually. This is meant to fit all up together here, so there. Let's fit it down together. The cod piece from the robot mode becomes the top of the tail, and let's clip the tail together. We have to put the feet together like this in order to do that. And let's position everything correctly so everything will stay together here. It does stay together when you get it right. It's just my first or second time. Yeah, it's the third time going through this. There we got basic dinosaur mode going on there. Now that he's totally in dino mode, let's take a little look here. Looks pretty good. He sits on an angle up like that. The shiny silver on his shins look good with the Autobot symbols there as well. When you flip the toe down, it looks good inside. So his head swivels around. He's got a head tilt. Jaw opens and closes. His head can go down that far and can go up. Well, it can go way up to there, but yeah, you see what's happening here. So with this piece down in place, his head realistically goes up to about there. And this piece, it doesn't clip in. It's a soft rubber piece that just tucks in on each side of his leg. If you hold your thumb here and you tilt it up, no problem, it stays in place. His front legs, articulation is the same as the robot mode arms because that's what they are. So lots of moving around. The toe piece comes down, looks good when he's on a walking position. Again, the shin comes out like this. I'm not sure why, it looks better shut in both modes. His back, you notice what's happening here. So you get a little rotation side to side because of the waist swivel in robot mode. You can have him kicking off to the side, I guess, if you like. It's on a inside here. I'll pull it apart a little so you can see. It's on this double. This bar here has a hinge on one end and one on the other. And the waist swivel is down there in there too. So that's why you can get all this. It doesn't clip together, it just cinches all up like that. Stays alright. This soft rubber here, I notice it kind of pushes on the hips here, and it kind of, sometimes the spikes don't stay up straight. If it pushes like that, it tends to push the spikes together. This is soft rubber here, just sits on there. Now the tail doesn't move, static. This doesn't move, static, doesn't rotate. And the hips, they look like they have articulation, but they don't move in this mode. Because if you do, the tail comes apart if you spread them side to side. Because it's attached to the top of the leg. This is also all attached to the top of the leg. So if you move it front to back, it takes all of his whole guts section with it. Not tabbed together here. So on the back legs, you have a knee. That's it. But it's no problem once you cinch them all together to get them to stand up just fine. It does feel a little wonky if you try to twist it around where it's not meant to be posed from. Let's get the weapons on them. Let's get him weaponed up here. Let's take his lance and fold it like that and put it into this holder here. You can see the two holders here. Now there's only 4 5mm holes here and from here. Let's get the other lance on. But each lance has 2 5mm holes on it here, so you can clip on lots of things. These look good up here, here, here. I like them on this way so they're pointing up from the shoulders on the upper side like this. That looks good. Let's get Wheelie in here. We'll put him on there for some charging action. Nice. I took some time to transform some things to do some size comparison, and I took his weapons off as well. I kind of like them better this way actually, and kind of cleaner looking, just like I like Grimlock here without his big tail weapon. And you can see the size difference there as well. Face on. Let's see with before we do a team shot, let's see Dino versus Rhino here, because we compared them in robot mode as well. Both Voyager size toys. Let's see if we can get the whole team in here. Let's get Slog up here. Snarl, not Snarl, Grimlock up here. Okay, get the chargers up front here, I guess. Let's get Scorn over here. Let's fit brightly colored Slash in there as well. Let's see, there we go. And Strafe, we'll have him flying up here. I'll hold him by his wing off screen. The whole team together looks very nice.